Hello. Jonathan?
Hi.
This is Raymond. I think my colleague Luis is coming, and then we are happy to have an interview with you today. And because it's good for you to know you, and even although this is the first time, but because we understand you are the professional in sourcing products for some buyers, right?
Yes.
So we have a platform. We have an online platform named EAFOX. We are mainly matching both parties of buyers and manufacturers from Asia or from China. So that's why today we would like to have an interview with you to let all the parties to know more about your company and your service, because I think it's fantastic to have your service of this on what's online what's it what's
Our video sourcing.
Sorry, a video sourcing. Yeah. Sorry, video sourcing. I forget the terms. Sorry. So I think we should let more people to know more about video sourcing. Because under COVID-19 issue, I think this is good one of the good things to make everyone know much more understand about this. So that's why that's why Luisa will have an interview with you, and then we will put this message to all the parties we involve. Okay. So let's
Thank you very much.
Luisa.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hi, Louisa.
Okay.
Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, we are now recording the video, and then I will make the edition afterwards. And then you can share the PowerPoint. Yeah, you can try now and see it works.
I'll just try that real quick. Can you see that?
Yes, good. Okay. So maybe we can start. I can start for introduction, and then you can start introducing the companies, and then after finish the first 3 questions. So you will go through the PowerPoint first, including the answer of 3 questions, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, then after the close of PowerPoint, then we can go to other questions that I may ask on the list.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So should I just start with the introduction?
Yes, I will start with the introductions of you, and then some opening, and then you can start introduce the company.
Okay.
Will you close the PowerPoint now, or we can start now? It's okay.
Sure.
We can also start like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I start 1, 2, 3. Then you start. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone. Today we are so happy to have Jonathan, the marketing and business strategist of the KJ Consultants. And he will share with us the new ideas of the video sourcings, and also introduce the company and the service to the buyers, and also with the partners. And welcome, Jonathan. Hello.
Hi, thank you so much for that nice introduction. I'm glad to be here and being part of this EAFOX conference.
Yeah, and Jonathan has prepared some introductions of companies, so we may start with the brief introduction first.
Oh, my introduction?
Yeah, the company. Let us know more about what your company do, and the service and the advantages of the.
Absolutely. So KG Consulting is a Danish company that is operating primarily in Asia right now and primarily in Indonesia. And KG Consulting has been working on this in the wood and furniture industry here in Asia for approximately 20 years. So the question goes into why is it that we are working here in Indonesia? And it goes into that Indonesia has great potential. Indonesia is one of the economies that has great potential within the coming years. Globally, Indonesia is underestimated. The Indonesian infrastructure has, for example, improved dramatically over the past few years, and this is only the beginning. It is expected to continuously grow, making Indonesia more effective, efficient, and competitive as one of the emerging markets. On the other hand, Indonesia is economically and valuable labor in Indonesia, and this causes Indonesia to be domestically underutilized, despite having so much potential on the global market. All of these factors means that Indonesia will continuously be internationally competitive, likewise in several other Asian countries, and in the next several years, this potential has to be utilized in one way or another.
Okay.
Let me just tell you about our company. So how do we carry out this potential through KG Consulting? KG Consulting is a company that has understood that there is this potential for a long time, and we are still on the cusp of truly realizing its full potential. Over the course of more than 20 years on the wood and furniture industry in both Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore, our services have actively worked with several organizations and companies to realize and take advantage of this potential.
Mm-hmm.
We have learned what is important for companies and organizations to succeed with operating, sourcing, and producing in Indonesia. The network that we have developed has built over the 20 plus years in Asia and has given us options to create opportunities for foreign and domestic organizations. Our understanding of the industry has gone through the test of time, and this is why we believe we can benefit other organizations with our expertise. Having worked for European, American, and Asian companies and organizations, our expertise and understanding has developed to that of an international standard. Oops. Sorry, did you have a question?
Yeah, so from your website, as you see, your services are mainly divided into 3 parts: and consulting, quality control, and sourcing. So
Yes.
yeah, how do you work for these 3 parts of service, and how your clients benefit or take advantage from these 3 parts of service?
So one of our main advantages of working with KG Consulting is that in KG Consulting, yes, we offer these 3 different services. Consulting is in our name. We are KG Consulting, and this is primarily done by Ken Kotka, who is the owner of the company, and he has worked with the company. He is a Danish carpenter and who has worked in the industry for the past 20 years. And consulting is very flexible and dynamic, that accommodates to each of the needs of our clients. Moreover, we also offer quality control and assurance. This is primarily supported by our QC team. They have all they've been working with us for a long time now, and they have all been vetted and ensured that they also carry the same international standard that KG Consulting we want to present.
Okay.
And then we also have our sourcing. Our sourcing is divided into 2 ideas. This is primarily the traditional way of sourcing, where we introduce buyers to potential clients in Asia, and they can come out and visit. And our sourcing is primarily based on our network that we have developed over the past 20 years.
Yeah.
And this is if there are any needs for timber source with FSC or BSCI or SVLK, we have the connection to them.
Okay, so sourcing is divided into two ways of the traditional way of visiting factories or introducing suppliers to the buyers. And one more thing is new about the video sourcing, right? Is
Yes,
something new recently. So can you talk more about the video sourcing?
absolutely. So our video sourcing is um, not limited to the traditional and outdated way of sourcing. Throughout the pandemic, and because of the pandemic, travel restrictions has caused difficulties and complications in ensuring the level of quality and quantity the sources can provide for different organizations. And this is where KG Consulting established and offered the possibility of video sourcing. It's actually not even because of the pandemic that we offered this. We have already been thinking about offering this service before the pandemic even happened. But when the pandemic happened, it just became very obvious that we had to do that. So we established this, and what we have realized is that it cuts costs for companies to visit the sourcing opportunities in Indonesia, and also allows to virtually visit several factories in the same day. So you don't have to actually go from one place to another. You just have to go from one call to the next. So another thing is that how the video sourcing works is that it is carried out by one of our employees, probably one of our QC teams. So they carry a camera that live streams the factory visit through a video telephony platform, like how we are conducting this interview right now, just perhaps through Zoom or another service. That this is how we would be conducting it. And if need be, then if the buyers would like to see the factory with more detail, then our employee would also be carrying a camera to be taking photos if they need more detailed images instead of that of the live stream. Moreover, our service also gives the option of several factory visits, but it also gives our buyers the option of avoiding high costs of travel and the travel restrictions. So basically, we offer a way to continue business as usual by cutting costs and optimizing the sourcing process.
Okay. So, but which countries are the partners or the factories are usually from Indonesia? Because your company is mainly based in Indonesia, and your clients should be from the global. And then, so what is your partners of the factories usually be?
So most of our buyers, they are primarily from the US and from Europe, and we've actually even had some from Vietnam, because Indonesia is not taking any kinds of tourists or any visitors. So even from Vietnam, we've had some clients in KG Consulting. But yeah, and most of our suppliers are also in Indonesia. So that's what makes this possibility possible for us.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have any difficulties when processing the video sourcing? Any requirements from the buyers or any problems from the suppliers that you have met?
Well, one of the difficulties that have been established is probably sometimes internet connection from the supplier side. However, Indonesia is pretty developed now, and in most parts where there are factories, we can get also some internet connection through the phone. So the internet is not the biggest issue. However, sometimes we've also experienced that inside factories that the roofing doesn't allow for phone data to go through. So that can also be sometimes a difficulty. But if the suppliers can supply also with a Wi-Fi connection inside the factory, it would be no problem. And Yeah.
Okay. So, what kind of questions do the buyers usually ask when they have the video sourcing or live stream with the factories?
The buyers, they primarily ask, there are not a lot of asking through this process because it's primarily them telling our employee to walk around and then look at this, and can you please take a picture of that, and can you walk closer to this so that we could see this specific machine, or can you please pick up that furniture or look at the furniture a little bit closer. So
Okay.
those are the general questions, and the more detailed questions are when the video sourcing is finished, and they have questions for us and what we think and how we can continue the cooperation.
Okay. So, any follow-up questions or follow-up actions after the video sourcing?
Hmm.
Okay. So, how do the buyers comment on this kind of service, the video sourcing? Do they feel good, or do they still think that visiting themselves will be better than video sourcing? Because furniture especially, they need to touch, and so they understand the materials is good or not.
Yeah, that's a great question, and we were also fearful of this in the beginning. However, especially during the pandemic and during COVID-19, several companies that we have worked with, they've been very happy with the option, and they see it as being more effective in the future because we are still in our early days in this service. But they say that they have been pretty happy considering the circumstances, and it's also one of the reasons as to why one of our QC team members, they're the ones that are being out there in the fields looking at looking for the suppliers, because then they can also give a level of expertise that our buyers and clients are looking for. So yes, but sometimes this is also not enough, but considering the circumstances, I think it's quite understandable.
Yeah. So, will you worry about the future conditions under the COVID-19? I believe the request or the demands of video sourcing are increasing. And then how about after the end of the pandemic? Will you worry this kind of service will decrease in the future?
I think yes and no. I obviously hope for the best, and I think it will continue to grow in popularity because it's not only because of COVID-19 that we have thought of this video sourcing. I think companies moving forward, they also have to think more about their corporate social responsibility, especially larger companies, and if they wish to be more eco-friendly, more sustainable, then this would be a viable option for them to be, instead of using outlaying CO2 to travel, and this is much more of a sustainable way of working with it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. So do you have a big demand from the China for the buyers for the video sourcing, or mainly from Europe or Asia?
Well, so far it's primarily in Europe and Asia. We haven't had the biggest network in China yet, but it's not something that we would be against or we would be straying away from.
Okay. So you're still think that it would be a good development even after the pandemic. So video sourcing will be still a considerations for the buyers to cut costs or to develop sustainability. So I think today is almost the questions I have to raise. So do you have some wordings to our audience?
Well, I mean, I don't have any other questions or comments, but feel free to visit our website at kgconsulting.dk. to learn more about our video sourcing and our other services, and
Yes.
looking forward to further cooperation.
Yeah, how to contact your company? Do you have the slide to show the contact? The last slide? No?
There is no slide.
No
No.
slide. Okay, no worry. Then I will put your company contact information on our page. No worry. And you have the account, and they can also send you the message directly. So
Okay,
thank you so much, Jonathan. Thanks for today's interview.
Thank you very much for having me.
So okay, so Jonathan, thank you. And we have finished the interview, and I will cut it and make as a a video, and I will upload on our platform. And I think you have registered as a visitor, right?
Yes,
have to register. Okay. So then I will let you know where I upload, and we will also send to our visitors and all the attendees. And I will also send you the copies. Do you need the original copies, or I can upload on YouTube? I can also send you the copy. Do you need the copy?
I would prefer the copy. Yes.
Copy. Okay. No worries. So I will send you the copy, and then I think I try to upload tomorrow maybe. As soon as,
that'd be perfect.
Yes. Okay. So do you need to upload some PowerPoint or some PDF file, share with the visitors? They can download if they want. We can upload as well.
So far no PDFs, but yeah, I mean, just our website would be perfect if we could just link our website.
Okay, no worry. So the contact information will be yours?
Yes, please. And also Ken podcast if also possible.
Okay, so no problem. So I will make and upload tomorrow. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Any questions?
I have no questions, and thank you so much for the cooperation.
Thank you so much for your time. So we will end here.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.